Welcome to another episode of the Online Prosperity Experience podcast. You're about to hear your host, Prosper Taravinga's powerful digital marketing strategies and actionable tactics that you can use right now. Prosper has helped more than 50,000 people from over 10 countries to create meaningful businesses that are profitable and enjoyable. Listen to this podcast so that you too can build your own business with less stress and overwhelm. Let's get started.
A little known secret for instantly accelerating your success in marketing. Now, today, this one is a good one. This is a rare gem that you might have heard somewhere else, but have not actually gotten to understand the importance of this. Now, what I bring you today in this podcast is a secret so powerful, it can work a profound change in every area of your life, including marketing. Now, if you are a avid listener of our podcast, you'd understand that my goal is to ensure that you create a business that's profitable and enjoyable. And if today is the first time you're listening to this podcast, you have arrived, my friend. But before we jump into it, I just wanted to earmark this podcast so that we are aware of what's actually happening. I'm recording this on the 16th of June, 2022. And it is with a grave heart, but excited all the same, because yesterday the internet as we know it, lost a legend. All right. Now, this legend is, something that initiated a lot of us into the whole internet game. Now, the internet lost a legend when Microsoft officially pulled the plug on Internet Explorer. Oh, God rest their soul, Internet Explorer. And it was launched in 1995. This golden oldie has been there through it all. The dot-com rise and everything else that came along with it, and all the stuff that has happened with the internet up until the internet went from its teenage years and now it's in its early 20s and trying to figure itself out and all those things. And its retirement has lots of people that were born in the 90s feeling very nostalgic. But I'm here to revive this legend in terms of you, my listener, people that are going to be subscribers to this podcast. I'm officially calling us Internet Explorers. All right? You know what? We already are exploring the internet. We already are checking out every single page that, brings us information that is relevant to us in order for us to make sense of the world around us. So welcome aboard, Internet Explorer. This is probably, episode number 44, I think, if we're not mistaken. And we're maybe 4 or 5 episodes away from ending this, season. Wow. So season 3 is about to come to a stop, and season 4 is coming up, in the next episodes to come. But I digress. Welcome, Internet Explorer. So we are now Internet Explorers. All listeners of the Online Prosperity Experience are Internet Explorers trying to make sense of the internet around us, because Microsoft has sunsetted their product, so we can take over. We can now navigate by ourselves, and I'll be your captain, helping you make sense of the world around us. Now, talking about making sense of the world around us, Internet Explorer, I'm here with a little known secret that will instantly accelerate your success in marketing. How's that for an episode that will actually usher us into being the internet explorers that we've just christianed ourselves. And if anybody asks you what you're doing, you just tell them, yep, I'm an internet explorer, and that's what we're doing. So in order to get started with the podcast today, dear internet explorer, today I'm bringing you a rare gem, a secret so powerful it can work very profound change in every single area of your life, including marketing. I'm not going to go into the depths of how it actually works every single part of your life, but I guess when I'm saying it, you're going to pick it up and then actually try and see how you can utilize it in every aspect of your life. And while we're doing that, I want you to think of the color yellow. All right? Just look around you while you're listening to this podcast. Have the color yellow in your mind. And then at the end of it, you will start realizing why I chose the color yellow and what it will start doing to your brain as you listen to this podcast. So, Internet Explorer, let's go yellow. It was all yellow. Look at the stars. What's another yellow song? Yellow Brick Road or whatever it is. All right. So just think of the color yellow. What's a fruit that's yellow? A banana. Okay. Let's go with the color yellow. What's a fruit that's also yellow? We might go with lemon. Let's go with the color yellow. Okay. Let's just keep thinking of everything that's yellow. When you draw the sun and everything else, you color it with the color yellow, right? You see, I learned this secret from a chap known by the name Edward de Bono. And he's regarded by many of the world's top authorities as a creative being. He's one of the biggest creative thinkers out there. So if he says stuff like that, you better pay attention, Internet Explorer. All right, it's sinking in, isn't it? High five, Internet Explorer. High five. I like. So this secret that I'm talking about. I'm having too much fun working, huh? But don't forget the color yellow. Yellow. Okay. Right. Now this secret is remarkably simple, and in the next 60 seconds, it will actually empower you to open your eyes and see the world in a brand new way. And it will actually let you uncover many of life's treasures hiding in plain sight. And it can be used to obtain just about anything you desire far more easily. And guess what? You're getting it for free, my Internet Explorer, right? I call it the yellow cars, right? Secret of the yellow cars. Now, let me tell you where I came up with this whole thing. Now, let's imagine... okay, let me give you a bit of background. You see, I was born in Zimbabwe, all right? And when I was born in Zimbabwe, we didn't have a lot of role models around us, okay? And growing up, life was pretty tough, and we didn't have a lot of money or hope that would amount to anything. But and like I mentioned, we didn't have so many people that would inspire us to want to expand, especially my horizons. But my life changed when a bright-eyed Australian teacher came to work at my school. She became my yellow car, and I'm going to be explaining to you what I mean by that. And she taught me all about Australia and the incredible opportunities that it had to offer, and she actually taught me that there was a whole nother world outside my small town, and there was a world of infinite possibilities for people who actually dreamt and had the courage to follow their dreams. And the rest of my time in school, I just worked my butt off because I wanted to live and travel like she did. And as soon as I jumped on a plane and came to Australia, I came here with a backpack full of nothing but hopes and dreams. All right. If you look at my website, you will see me wearing a yellow hat with a bindle, strapped across my shoulder. All right. And I'm not going to lie. Life was tough at first. And, I was so far away from family and friends, and I struggled to find regular work and pay bills. And I was even evicted from my apartment in Richmond. And, I was actually at my lowest point that I almost I was almost giving up, but I never did. And I remember the advice that my Australian teacher gave me, that as long as you're willing to work hard, there's always hope. And I knew I was going to succeed. And while I was going in between jobs and move around and things of that nature, you know what I started noticing in the streets of Melbourne? There were very, very few yellow cars. All right. And then I started trying to piece out, why is yellow a very limited number in terms of cars, right? And then I noticed that only taxis wear the color yellow. So now I started playing a game in between trying to look for work and trying to catch my big break and everything else. I started trying to sport as many yellow cars as possible. So you know what that made me do? It made me start paying attention to my surroundings. It made me start paying attention to what was literally around me, and try and remember where I'd last seen a yellow car. And it really got me to learn how to navigate around the city based on how many yellow cars I was seeing. Now, that game, I even have taken it across, even when I'm driving by myself, I start counting how many yellow cars I drive past. And now there's a lot of them, since Uber came into play. And taxis are no longer everywhere. So people are now starting to experiment with the color yellow, especially when it comes to their cars. And it's no longer as prevalent as it was before. But before then, every yellow car that I would pass by, it would just be like, wow, look. It was just like a self-affirmation that I'm alive, it's happening. And all I just have to do is find the next yellow car. And that then became the mantra of me, looking around my surroundings just to see if I can get the right kind of information, connect with the right kind of people, and actually, see what solutions I can provide. That became my yellow car. Now I say to you, my Internet Explorer, take a good look around you. I keep repeating the color yellow. How many yellow things can you actually see in your environment right now? All right? I want you to scan your room, or just scan where you are right now. This time specifically looking for the color yellow. And if you do it one more time with that in mind, you'll suddenly notice more yellow than you can count. And instantly, you've just experienced a quantum leap in your ability to perceive the color yellow. You might think, oh, yeah, that's fine. We've seen that, or we've heard about that. And that's cool, you think. But why is this such a powerful secret for mastering marketing or anything else in your life? Simple. For the words yellow car or yellow, substitute for good content, a irresistible offer, a business that's profitable and enjoyable, a product that will make you rich. Substitute yellow for a new report that you can give to your audience. Substitute yellow for a career of your dreams, a love, the love of your life. And you won't likely stumble across any of these things by just going through life blankly, boldly going nowhere. But if you put your mind to work, give it specific instructions, give it specific things to look forward to, it's called the reticular activated system. Tony Robbins talks about it. And in short, you will start sporting a lot of things that you put into your mind, because your brain is a goal-seeking mechanism. And in short, intention facilitates perception. Like, I was going around looking for those yellow cars. Little did I know that I was actually taking note of landmarks, taking note of buildings, taking note of spaces, and also being present to where I was. Because coming from Africa, all those tall buildings and glasses and fast cars, you know what would have done? It would have all just mesmerized me and overwhelmed me, and I would just have gone back home and recoiled, in fetal position. Let me tell you something. Even if you're not Christian or whatever it is, there's always the axiom that says, seek and ye shall find. This is one of the oldest truths in life, but it works only when you seek for one thing specifically, exclusively, and persistently. Now, this is why the yellow cars phenomenon takes a minute to learn, but a lifetime to master, because once you actually give your brain systems, processes, and things to look out for, guess what? It will relentlessly go out and seek those things. And that's the reason why, if you give your brain negativity, if you give your brain fear, if you give your brain all the stuff that's happening on TV, guess what? Your life will be filled with those things, because your brain is thinking you want more of those things. Look around again for the color yellow and notice how quickly you can spot it. You know why? Because your brain has been trained for the past 14 minutes to seek for the color yellow. The problem is we want so many things at once. I mean, the universe is abundant. Life is so rich and enticing. We filled from light to light like moths at a carnival. And we seek only the yellow things or the yellow cars that we have told our brains to seek out for. We desire, all these clothes that the Kardashians are wearing. We desire everything that we see out there, but we don't know how to actually spot a good thing when we see it. You know why? Because we haven't trained our brains to do the same. Now, if you're a coach or consultant who has recently been baptized as an internet explorer, welcome to the club. How many yellow cars have you seen so far? Or how many yellow cars are you going to start looking at? So in the environment of your mind, life reveals its precious opportunities one at a time, one yellow car at a time. So for you to find a yellow car, you must look for a yellow car and only a yellow car. And keep looking for that yellow car until you find one. And then you move on to maybe red shirts or whatever else you desire in life. So my Internet Explorer, what yellow car should you be looking for in your marketing campaigns? What do you think is one thing that could easily double the response that you're getting from your prospects at the current moment? Is it a breakthrough headline? Is it good copy? Is it engaging your audience? Is it educating them? Is it inspiring them? Is it providing them? Is it positioning yourself as the biggest, baddest Internet Explorer out there? Decide what it is. And then start looking for that yellow card today. And don't close your eyes until you find it. Because your reticular activated system, let me tell you something. If you now know what to look out for, you can now transfer that into your work, into your marketing, into everything that you're doing. Because your customers too are out there seeking things that mean something to them. All right? Everybody has got a bullshit filter out there, so they are not going to listen to anything that is not directly relevant to them. People do not listen to marketing that is not directed to them. Vegetarians are not out there seeking for steak. So then how can you use this yellow cars phenomenon and grab your customer's attention and actually keep it? Because there's one thing about grabbing it, but can you actually keep it? Because if you're somebody like myself who maybe is interested in seeing what the world looks like in the lens of a TikToker, there's so many people that are creating content, but I don't even stop to check what is their name or what is it that they do. I just look at what they're doing and then scroll past. I mean, I want you to imagine this as an Internet Explorer, all right? You're surfing the web, on your home computer. And maybe you've got your email open, your Facebook open, every other thing that can distract you is open. And you're maybe reading a new message or you're trying to listen to this podcast. And, we're talking about today's the official day of being an Internet Explorer, and then I mentioned about this yellow car phenomenon. And then I sell you on to clicking onto, our landing page, and you go through to that website. And you know what? I've gotten your attention. But at least initially, up until another ding or whatever distraction comes your way and that shiny object takes your attention for that time. And once you maybe jump onto our site, you're really excited about your new name. Yeah, I'm an Internet Explorer. I think we need to have a a gang hand signal. Somebody come up with it. We need to have a hand signal that us Internet Explorers, like being invited to an exclusive private club. Somebody think up of it and then send me pictures or a video of you doing the secret handshake. Because once you jump onto my site, you get distracted and then you quit reading. You've forgotten all about the color yellow or whatever yellow cars I was talking about. And you then get notified that your latest LinkedIn or Facebook post just got a comment, or somebody liked it or shared it. And you may have heard your computer make that ding sound, and then you're like, oh my God, what was that? Was it Slack? Was that Facebook? Where did that sound come from? Oh my God, because your brain is always seeking those distractions. But if you give your brain some sort of structure, some sort of discipline, some sort of yellow car to chase after, guess what? Even if you're distracted, you always come back to that. And right now you may have gotten distracted, but look for the color yellow. Maybe the TV just went on, your dog ran off, or maybe somebody called you or whatever it is, but you came back here. We're still talking about yellow cars. And just look around you. How many of the color yellow can you see? That's your reticular activated system seeking out things that you tell your brain what you want. It's like an order system that we actually have internally. And if you can use that system to engage people, connect with them, and actually educate them, you, my friend, not only how many yellow cars will you buy? I wish they had yellow Ferraris or yellow Lamborghinis, but you know what? If you've got money, you can order it in the color that you want. But the bottom line is, all right, we're talking about you being an Internet Explorer today, and there's so many concepts that are happening. So you might be confused, and I keep repeating the color yellow. So you might have gone to my website, and now I've lost the sales opportunity that I could have gotten because I couldn't keep your attention. I initially got it, but I couldn't keep it. And this is a scenario that we can all relate to as coaches, consultants, and small to medium businesses. We've all been there, done that. People are always looking for the next shiny object. And if you're in digital marketing or online marketing, or whether you're, maybe starting a membership site for your coaching or your consulting, your training, your information and expertise, or you're looking for paid speaking gigs, or if you're a small to medium business and you're looking, for your B2B site to get, drive traffic through your funnels and persuading site visitors to actually download your latest ebook or join your email list or register your information pack or respond to this podcast with a hand signal for our secret gang of being an Internet Explorer, you've been a victim of this behavior from your readers. All right, so I just wanted to really highlight a real problem that is costing us, Internet Explorers millions, if not billions of dollars. And the problem is your audience available attention capacity isn't growing, and the amount of online content available to them is so much content out there. Why don't you start creating something that your audience will seek you out for when you're not there? Like, I'm initiating this whole Internet Explorer Club for people that listen to the online prosperity experience. Yeah, there you go. That's now our name. That's how we identify ourselves from now on. And if you're not an Internet Explorer, then I don't know who you are. All right? There's so much content out there. People are bloated with content. What yellow cards are you giving to people to focus on so that they know, like, and trust who you are? Because each and every one of us is distracted. I've been proving a case of all of that, still, implanting the color yellow in everything that I've been saying today. And I hope you are now starting to notice what I'm talking about. Not only is the amount of available content growing at like a lightning pace, your audience is bombarded by other distractions, both online and offline. They might be out there with their dog, with the kids, or whatever it is. That's important to them. How are you keeping their attention? What yellow cards are you putting in their way so that they focus on that and not get distracted with any other shiny objects out there? So for your potential, audience members and like you and me right now as Internet Explorers, whom you want to be, maybe your customers, people that pay, stay, and refer, they're getting harder and harder and harder to reach. How are you going to be self-selecting yourself in a sea of Me Too coaches and consultants out there? Are you their yellow car? That's what you have to become. You have to become their yellow car so they can spot you in a sea of silver, gray, Volvos and Mazdas out there. It's becoming much more challenging to win their attention and keep it. And keep it you must if you're going to convert them into customers that pay, stay, and refer. So you, my Internet Explorer friend, get yellow. Become the yellow car. I'm using yellow because it's a bright and vivacious color. You can choose whatever color you want to be and be that for your audience. Be that so that they seek you out and they can engage with you. You educate them. You're providing value because we get paid in direct proportion to the value we bring to the marketplace, my Internet Explorer friend. This is when we do the handshake. So we haven't got the handshake going yet. So this is where we do the handshake. I'm sort of doing hand signals. You can't see me, but hey, you go. Yeah, there you go. This is the secret handshake for Internet Explorers. Think about this. You can win, the attention-getting battle. Like I said, there's a lot of people that end up at some TikTok videos, but nobody looks at who is doing it and what value they're going to be giving later on. Because everyone is just copying each other in all these challenges that they're doing. Nothing is unique. They're not yellow enough. I mean, you can win the race to the bottom and get the attention. You can drive large amounts of traffic to your site, in a number of different ways that are very useful. Maybe you could use email marketing, social media, SEO, SEM, all of that stuff. But what does it matter how much attention you're getting initially from your online marketing if you don't keep it until your reader converts into your buyer? What I spoke to you today was how you can grab and keep your potential customers' attention. Yes, it was all winding because I took you to Africa where I started my journey and everything else. But my yellow car was the teacher who came to my school, and that now became my heat-seeking, she became my heat missile. And my brain, because it's a heat-seeking missile, just started following what she did, what she was doing, everything else, and it led me here to Australia. And when I had arrived, I started looking for yet another, reference, point of reference, or, thing that would ground me and anchor me. And I started noticing there's not that many yellow cars around here. So you choose what color you want to be, that will distinguish you within your audience. My yellow car is, making sure that you as an Internet Explorer get the right kind of information so that you can generate hundreds of qualified high-ticket leads like clockwork, and you never have to rely on cold calling or emailing just to beg clients to hire you. If you think I'm lying, jump onto our website, livelongdigital.com.au, and see if you're going to walk away without having downloaded something. That's my yellow car. So you need to learn how to grab and keep your potential customers' attention, because we're spending so much money trying to reach out to this audience, yet we're doing nothing to retain them. And this is critical if you really want a business that's profitable and enjoyable. Because once you've identified your target market and clarified your message, you now have to become their yellow car, or that thing that they always seek out for value, for engagement, to be educated, to be inspired, and you definitely will then be rewarded with their loyalty. You know why? Because if you understand and you are the yellow car for your customer, you can actually start creating diverse recurring revenue streams. You know why? Because you're creating for and relating to the people that are seeking out the yellow cars in their life. So you need to decide, what are you actually giving and what are you actually selling that people will seek you out for and people will miss you when you're gone? My fellow Internet Explorer, well, this is our name now. Nobody's going to take it away from us because Microsoft doesn't want it anymore. They've killed the project. No, we are initiating it. We've been born. You and me, my Internet Explorer. Let's be the yellow car, the yellow submarine, the yellow brick road. Anything that it was all yellow to our customers. That way, you will definitely be in a position, like I said, to be able to generate hundreds of qualified high-ticket leads like clockwork. And you never have to rely on cold calling or email listing just to beg clients to hire you. Because if you utilize the reticular activated system that people have, because people do not respond to marketing that is not directed at them. People respond online and offline to input that they view as relevant to them and their own situation. And they, if there's, sound reason for them to engage with you, their brains will tell them to. So what are you doing? What information are you putting out there that is, laying the groundwork so that people will miss you and seek you out when they need you? Like I said, there's no vegetarian that's out there seeking for a steak. You be the yellow car, my Internet Explorer, to your audience. That way, you can create for and relate to the people you're going to be demanding money off of. Now, like I said, today is the official christening of you being an Internet Explorer. I appreciate you tuning into this podcast today. Let's talk tomorrow or the next time you receive this podcast, because I think this topic needs to be explored a little bit more. I think I will do a double take on that. All right. In any case, stay yellow, my friend. Be the best Internet Explorer that's out there. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, let's continue the conversation in the Live Long Digital community. Become a Live Long Digital community member today. This community is for ambitious entrepreneurs and small business owners with the drive to take control of the future of their businesses and achieve huge success without stress and overwhelm. As you heard, Prosper can help you by teaching you marketing strategies that work. So look no further than the Live Long Digital community of entrepreneurs and highly successful business owners. Join our community today. Find us on www.community.livelongdigital.com.au. Network with other driven entrepreneurs and find the expert guidance you need to take your business to the next level. www.community.livelongdigital.com.au